the greatest running back in Eagles history, LeSean McCoy. Shady, thanks for joining us.
Oh, come on, man. It's home from a special place for you guys. You know that.
What's up, Shady?
All right, what's up, good brother? How you doing today, man?
Well, listen, we said greatest running back in franchise history. We forgot to mention running back of the decade with Adrian Peterson on the doorstep of the Hall of Fame. That's where you're at right now. I just want to throw out some more accolades your way. You feel me? Did I get all of them? Did I leave something out?
Hey, you missed some, but it's all good. It all sounded good.
It's all good, brother. We want to start with the Gala? Or
Yeah. So you have the Friends of Shady Gala, which is December 6th at SoFi Stadium, which is in Inglewood. And the reason that is of note to people in Philly is because it's the night before Eagles-Chargers, so a lot of Eagles fans will go out there for the game, so they have the opportunity to go to the event the night before. Joy Taylor's going to MC it. Dinner, dancing, live auction. If you want to get tickets, you go to 310originals.com, and the proceeds from it go to the Shades of Greatness Foundation, which is a nonprofit that benefits at-risk youth with scholarships and other stuff. So it's a great thing that you're doing. Is this the first year for the gala, or have you done it before?
Yeah, so it's the first year. I'm just trying to do different locations. We tried to tie it in with the Eagles because they have the game out here in L.A.
Yeah.
And I'm out here doing the TV stuff. So I think next year we'll bring it back home. But it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fans will come out. I got a lot of my ex-teammates coming out, man. Got some different teams, right? Just trying to spread more awareness, man. And, me and my foundation, we did a lot of great things. We started in 2009. My grandmother passed with ALS. So we try to make a lot of awareness there and raise a lot of money for that. And also, current, neighborhoods that I've played in, right? From Philadelphia to Harrisburg, place I grew up at, in the inner city communities, try to make a big impact. So that's one of the big things that we're doing for the gala.
So it's to get tickets is 310originals.com, and we work with a company called Fans of Philly that I'm sure has hundreds of people going out for the game, so we'll make sure we let them know and all those folks know that they can go to it as well. So so cool, man. So what do you think? Are the Eagles the best team in the NFC or what?
I think so. I mean, it's funny. Saquon was talking about the other day, it was like, it's funny how people could tell you how to win or how you should win. And the goal was just to win. Now, I would say some of these games should be a lot easier. I would say that. And as a player playing in that locker room and playing in that huddle, you want easier games. But a lot of times there's games where you should win the game and you lose. And there's games you should have lost, played terrible, and you found a way to win. That is the journey of the NFL. So I think we're the best team in the NFC. I think we're the best team in the NFL, to be honest. I truly do.
This offense, Shady, when it's clicking, it's arguably the best offense in football. Detroit coming in here Sunday has an argument or a case for them being number one as well. But when you look at the talent we have, there's no reason why we shouldn't be putting up 30 points a game. Now, I compared it from a talent standpoint to an offense you played in when it was yourself, Brent Selleck, Jason Avant, Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin. That's a lot of mouths to feed. And Michael Vick was at the quarterback position. That's a lot of mouths to feed. Talk about how difficult that can be each week. Now, you play running back, so you're going to get your touches for the most part, but try to keep everybody happy sort of in that type of offense. What are some of the difficulties that you can run through or you can run into? And how did you guys sort of handle one guy being featured one week or one guy getting more touches versus the other guy? How did you guys handle that?
See, now, and that's a great question you asked that, because I'm always trying to figure this out. Now, the team you just talked about with them players I played with, I think the Eagles' offense of skill positions are better, right? Deshaun won't kill me for saying that, but I think they're better. Now, they won a championship also.
Yeah.
I think we probably were more productive, and that's why I can't figure out. You got Jalen Hurts as your quarterback. You got Saquon Barkley as your running back, right? You got A.J. Brown as your number one. You got Devontae Smith. There's no way they shouldn't be putting numbers up. When we play, we put numbers up. We put stats up. We turn the ball over a lot, and the defense wasn't as good. Just me being honest. I'm just talking honest.
Yep.
And I go back to, what is the problem? And I got to go to, I don't know if it's the play calling. I don't know if it's the game plan. Because you can have a good play caller, but sometimes the game plan not be as good. Like, for example, I did have Marty and I had Andy, so we were blessed there. But there's 60 to 70 plays in a football game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you say it's hard to get the ball around, I don't believe that.
Okay.
Because if the running back's going to get 25 to 30 touches, let's just say 20, 25 touches.
Mm-hmm.
And Saquon might get 5 in the air, but he's going to get 25 rushing for sure, okay? Then the other 30, where's it going? Right?
It's a good point.
Jalen Hurts might scramble 3-4 times. Smitty should get about 7 good targets a game, and then AJ should get as many targets as he wants. You got a top 6 wide receiver in the game, right? Like how does he get 2 targets in a 4-quarter football game? So yes, I'm not arguing like, oh, well, we're winning. Yeah, we should win because we're a better team. But when guys and ownership, they go out there, they pay good money for their GMs and head coaches to go out there and get a good team, right? Backups and starters. If you look at the Eagles team, owners would dream to have that type of offensive makeup, and we have it. So if you do stop the run, we should be able to throw the ball. If you do go to stop the pass, we should be able to run the ball. We have everything you need. I just don't agree with, yes, we won the game, yes, and I love that. But some of these games shouldn't be close because we have the skill positions to win big numbers. That's all.
See, that's why I like talking to you as an offensive player. I know you wanted the damn ball. You think you can score every time you get the ball. You feel you can do that. And as a defensive player, you can appreciate that from guys that certainly have that confidence. I'm just wondering, when you guys were able to do it, though, were there, well, like I said, you're a running back, so you've got to touch the ball a little more than the wide receivers. But from those receivers, from D-Jack and Jeremy Maclin, how did they handle not getting the ball as much as maybe the other guy got the ball?
Yeah, well, every game is different. Every game is different.
Yeah.
But Andy would have, like, play calls where, hey, listen, we going to get number 10 the ball these many times. You're going to try to, right? They call them targets. You want this Jeremy Maclin to get these type of targets. Selleck to get his. You know, but it's enough, right? I look at last year's the Ravens. So even though Saquon had like 2,000 yards, which is the best, offensive performance from running back ever, Derrick Henry had, 1,800 yards, 1,900 yards?
Yeah, 1,900,
right?
Yep.
And Lamar had a phenomenal year throwing the ball because they both help each other out. Mm-hmm. You can go back to the freaking greatest show on turf. They was all getting the rock. Some games you won't get the ball. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
And there's other games you will, but there shouldn't be a year where, like, the main guys ain't getting involved. Why would the hell would you go out there and pay the quarterback $200 million, your running back $20-something a year, your wide receivers $25 to $30 million a year if you ain't gonna use them? It's like going to war, get all this ammo, all these different guns, and you just shooting 2 of them. You get what I'm saying? Like that part. And I don't know that because I'm not in the locker room. People can't, and people try to, but you can't answer that question.
Mm-hmm.
But you can bring up like certain questions that need to be answered.
Yeah.
LeSean McCoy with us. So you said you're not sure as to why. When you're watching it, what do you see, I guess? Because, we have conversations about it all day long. They're too risk averse. They're too worried about turning the ball over, all those sorts of things. Even the running game was dominant last year. And this is like debatably the worst season of Saquon's career from a production standpoint. So when you're watching it, is there something that sticks out to you that they're not doing or they could be doing?
Yeah, it's a few things. I don't want to criticize the offense of whoever's putting the game plan together. Because I think Nick Sirianni is a top 3 coach in football. Yep. Argue with your mama. But it's more of like, okay, you watch guys like Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson, and they're always like game planning or trying to scheme up ways to get him the ball. Mm-hmm. So there should never be a time where we're 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, and we doing draws, or are we trying to? How? You know what I'm saying? So other teams, they don't have the experience, they don't have the talent. They might want to play safe. I think sometimes I watch our offense. I think we play as to not lose the game, compared to go out there and win the game. We're the better team, the better players. Let's go play. I think sometimes we get into that category of, hey, let's play safe. Let's not lose it. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. Let's just get a little run, right? Let's punt it. We play too safe. Like we are the defending champs. We are the big dogs. We got a big ass offense. Let's play ball. You get what I mean? Like we have the players to go out there and do it. I think sometimes when I watch the games, I think our offense is too vanilla. I don't see enough scheming. Like when you watch the defense, okay, you'll watch how it works in the NFL is you'll watch the last 5 games, right? 3 to 5 games of the defense. Okay, how can we beat this defense, right? We'll get in this formation. They'll check to this. How can we beat it? And you'll see guys that start to some guys like wide receivers in the backfield, they motion out, or they go to different formations to get what they want. That's called scheming up. You talk about the Lions offense. Look at how many times they move around St. Brown. Look at how many times they use Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, those are game planning and scheming up things. When I watch us, 2 things I hate. I think we play too conservative, and we don't play enough offense. We play a lot of defense, as in, let's not be too aggressive. Let's just be conservative. Let's punt it away. And the second thing is, we don't game plan or scheme up our superstar wide receivers. We don't do that.
So, Shady, you mentioned superstar wide receivers. This year, we've had a lot of conversation about what AJ has sort of intimated publicly. It's debatable what he's saying when he's saying it, but it seems like he's not generally happy with the amount he's been able to contribute this year. You coming from, as Ike mentioned, a locker room full of talented players. How do you imagine, I know you're not in there, but if there was one guy who was publicly saying this a lot, would that affect what is happening in the locker room? What sort of effect do you think the AJ stuff has on the team?
Yeah, see, a lot of that stuff is just media stuff for the media to click on and make it a big deal on social media. Oh, he's not happy. The brother's happy because we are winning. Now, is he, like, jumping for joy? Probably not, right?
Yep.
Imagine, how can I break this down to the people out there? And I don't know if they played or not, but imagine you have a job and you're one of the best in your job, but you came in, you have no chance to display that because you don't get the opportunity to. Nobody will be happy about it. I don't care what wide receiver you know, right? And I played with some real good ones that was great teammates. Like Mike Evans was a great teammate. He's probably the best team I ever played with. And he wasn't selfish, right? He needed the ball, he didn't complain. But there was times where, hey man, he might vote, he won't say it to Tom Brady. But hey Tom, like, I touched the ball in like 2 games. Like I ain't happy about that. Like, wide receivers are the most I don't want to call them prima donnas though, but they like to get the ball. Mm-hmm. Imagine playing a game where you want to help out and you can't. And then we give you 2 targets and you a number 5 top wide receiver in the league. Nobody will be happy about that. So I won't call it a distraction. I think any player that's a competitor that really cares, they're not going to be happy about that. Yeah. So I get his frustration. That's why I give him a pass. But I've been on other teams where guys have been distracted. They're not getting the ball. They cussing the coach out. They in practice being a distraction, acting like they're hurt. Guys, a running back gets a long run, and he needs one more defender, and the wide receiver don't block him. Those are distractions. You get what I'm saying? Those are distractions.
Yeah.
But stating like, oh, man, I'm not happy because I'm not getting the ball, that's not a distraction.
Well, we appreciate your time today, Shady. Mm-hmm. Again, the Friends of Shady Gala, December 6th at SoFi Stadium, which is in Inglewood, right there near LA. It's the night before Eagles-Chargers. If you want tickets, 310originals.com is the website to go, and it all benefits the Shades of Greatness Foundation. Thank you again for joining us, Shady. Don't be a stranger, all right?
Appreciate it, brother.
Oh, my gosh. Got a lot of love for y'all, man. Fly, we fly.
All right, bro.
There he is. You know what I like about Shady? He still says we when he talks about the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
He does the we thing.
He does the we.
It's a natural we thing.